Sadly, the news came again. The new Iran is in the headline, right? So that penalty has been announced by the supreme leader that anyone they can see that will shoot them or later on get them arrested, and that penalty. Well, we saw this coming. The regime is on last leg now. But again, well, why you preach to this point, right? Let's discuss about, forget about protests or everything else, but let's discuss about resource management. After Venezuela, now we have seen Iran, right? Let's compare both regimes and all these. Well, how leadership is so important. Now, there's another country in Europe who's similar to, Venezuela, Iran. It's Norway. Such a good example. Iran has oil, a lot of oil, right? But bad leadership, right? Wrong alliances and foreign policy. They're not on a winning side. Why did he join the Russian, North Korean, and Chinese alliances? They're not winning alliances. They're not, and they're all dictators. Fostering first, you can't just impose religion on everyone. Young people should be allowed to decide what kind of life they want to live in. So he imposed hijab and all that, and he's trying to basically impose your will on a population, and they're not willing. So first thing first, you join the wrong alliances, and then you got sanctions, and there was hyperinflation, this drought as well. It's just such a mess, man. Seriously, such a mess. Now this oil was shooting. Now we have a nuclear program. They got everything wrong, seriously. They're so silly. They don't have common sense. They've ruined their resources, like Venezuela ruined their resources. They have oil. They've had a European country. Look at Norway. Norway has oil. Norway was poorer than Bangladesh in 1970. This is a Scandinavian country. In the 1970s, they found oils, right? They discovered oil. Now it's the richest country in Europe. Their hedge fund is $1 trillion. It's a classical example of good management, good leadership. They joined the NATO and they're neutral. They don't have an army. That's him to Iran or Venezuela. What Iran did, basically, they got rid of the Shah, and the Shah is in exile. His son is in exile. Mullah regime came in and they imposed their religious will on this country, and now it's just everyone is sick of them, these tyrants and these mullahs and these religious dictators, and they want to get rid of them. So every time they will come through with the resource, they badly managed it, and the population, they never get benefits from them. So that's exactly what happens. It doesn't matter Iran, Pakistan, or anyone. Now look at their cousins. This is Shia regime, right? They have oil. Sunni regime, Saudi Arabia, have exactly the same amount of oil. They have joined the winning side. They are dictated as well. They're royal family as well. But there are Sharia laws as well in Saudi Arabia. But they joined America, there's no sanctions. Saudi people, they are living a happy life. Saudi hedge fund is $14 trillion. For Saudi royal family worth it at $14 trillion. The public, they're not as happy as like in European countries, but they're still happy as compared to Iran, So their leadership and foreign policy is going on the right direction. And Saudi Arabia is joined some liberal forces and is trying to copy Rome and Vatican and try to be liberal. The MBS is doing a liberalization of the economy. But Iran never learned anything there. What they did, their obsession with Israel and destruction of Israel. What you've got to do with Israel? Come on, man. Look at Japan, man. Japan was nuked in World War II. They never said America Murtabad, or death to America, or death to Israel, or Israel Murtabad. What Japanese did, man, they raised from the ashes. They made Panasonic phone, they got all Toshiba TVs, they were Toyota cars and everything. They flooded American market with invention and science. They never said that to America, that's to Israel. You should learn something from Japanese. They're so nice and simple people, man. They're civilized people, and they did exactly the scientific invention, and democracy is the right answer for that. Now, in 70s, American president, the phone, he was using the phone, Panasonic. Americans streets were flooded with Toyota and all these companies, Panasonic, or Toyotas and Toshiba, all these brands, and they made the economy so cool, and they can make their country great. But when I see our people, these countries, they seriously, I should be ashamed. I'm very ashamed of these people, man. What they do, they're not using their brain. Exactly, no, you even there, but the resource is not there, not being used, and they bought all these weapons and axes of fire surrounding Israel, and they're making Hezbollah and international terrorism and all that obsession, and depriving the public from their rights, to the individual rights, and wear a job and all that. I mean, what you got to do? You got 14 wives in your palaces. You want every woman to wear a job. Oh, it doesn't make any sense. Why would you restrict a girl from mating someone? If somebody is fat and ugly and you ask her, oh, look, wear hijab, she looks more fat and ugly, man. She needs to go out and spoil her chances and see someone else, to date. Or the girls, they're staying home and they're dying single, and they're not even mingling, man, seriously. I don't know what these countries are doing. That's why I hate them, seriously. And they need to go, they need to get real, be rational, Otherwise, your resource will end up in someone else's resource, and someone else will come and rule. It could be America, it could be someone else, China or anybody else. But then again, in 70s, there was Reza Pahlavi, or whatever, the king. He was working, but the CIA had thrown him, and the Sima Khomeini was living in exile in Paris, and they brought him. The Pahlavi, Reza Shah Pahlavi, was liberal, but he nationalized the oil. And the Americans and British, they didn't like it, so they got rid of him. Now they're asking if his son can come in. His son is living in exile in Iran now. So he's going to come and there will be regime replaced, and then there'll be sanctions will be removed. This is the right way. That's what America was, this obsession with Israel. Come on, leave Israel. What is Israel, man? Just leave Israel and Zorro. Why you want to destroy Israel? Saudi Arabia doesn't want to destroy Israel. What's your obsession with Israel? I don't get it. So this is the end of this regime. I don't have any sympathy with them. Nobody has any sympathy with them. They should be hanged upside down on a bloody roundabout, seriously, stringed up with the testicles, seriously. The shame there, there's stupid people, man. Make a nice foreign policy, aligned with the winning side, and think about your public. Think about the inflation, and use your resource, man. You wasted a resource. You have oil, man. You should have been the richest country on this planet. Learn something from Norway, man. Learn something from a $1 trillion the hedge fund is in Norway. Norway is such a beautiful country. I've been to Norway. People are nice, they're educated. And what they did, they're very clever people, Norwegian, the Scandinavian. They brought a balanced economy. Their economy is not vulnerable to the international oil market. They made it immune to it. They brought some taxation, Islamic Sharia laws they brought, Omarian laws they brought, Norwegians, they brought taxation reforms. This is socialist economy. They got oil, but they're not bothered about the international price market because their taxation and reforms are so beautifully organized. There's so many cameras everywhere in Norway, and then you get fined. And the education is free, healthcare is free, the public is happy. And there's a hedge fund and pension is $1 trillion they have saved for their public. And the resources, used, and the rights of public, their freedom of speech. They're right. And what our people do, man, they have the resource, and what they're going to do with it, Pakistan, Iran, or Saudi Arabia, we're just leaving our countries or going somewhere else, we're complaining there. And we want the same Sharia laws in Britain as well. I mean, what kind of sickness twisted mentality? You left their laws there, man. Well, people are confused. Now look at Iranian. They got rid of here. In 70s, they got rid of their king, Reza Shah Pahlavi. We don't want the king, and they join all forces with this Khomeini guy, right? Supreme leader. But then later on, now they are saying they're fed up with this Khomeini. Now they want the Reza Shah Pahlavi or the king again, the kingdom again. I'll make up your mind, man. We need democracy. We need liberal economy, and learn from the Western universal value. Do not curse them, and you should learn and adopt your values, man. Seriously, there's nothing wrong to be Democrat in democracy and capitalism and Western values. You should adopt them, and you should learn from Norway, for fuck's sake, seriously, or Japan. Seriously, man. Shame, man. Shame. Fucking die, man. I don't have any sympathy with these fuckers. Seriously, they can go to hell. They can with your fucking 14 wives, man. Fucking sex addicts and pedophile narcissists, focused tyrants, They just impose, they are fucking imposters, man. We're sick of it. People in the diaspora.